Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Finite MTG, and this time we are back with an Innistrad Phantom Flashback Draft. Unfortunately, no Lilianas that we open are going to be stuff that we keep, but still a pretty exciting format, so let's dive right in. So we've got a pretty strong rare here. Requires us to tap 3 total creatures, and for a creature to have died, but I get to make a 5/5 Black Demon. I think that's a pretty strong card. Otherwise, we have Galvanic Juggernaut, 4 mana 5/5. It's forced to attack, which is not a huge downside, but doesn't untap until something dies. Moon Heron, decent card. Stitched Drake, I think, is a bit better, but of course, there are diminishing returns. You're probably not going to have tons of stuff in the graveyard, so there's a real downside there. Rakish Air. This card, not super insane until you can hit your opponents with it, and then it spirals out of control and they die. But let's take the rare here. Also, Bonds of Faith, very good removal spell. That was one of the better picks in that pack as well. Ooh, nice. So we have Slayer the Wicked, which is a lot like a kind of Flame Tongue Kavu. You get 4 mana for a 3/2, and then destroy target vampire, werewolf, or zombie. There's also a card in this format, Victim of Night, which says destroy target non-vampire, werewolf, or zombie creature, where you have beefy stuff, and Geist Flame is okay as well. That's going to be a pretty easy Slayer for me. Ooh, this pack. A few good white cards here for us. I think the best of which is going to be the Abyssinian Priest. Otherwise, there's Gallows Warden, just a strong card, and Rebuke. I think Gallows Warden is a bit better than the Rebuke, but I prefer the Priest here. Not too many creatures in the format are humans, and the Priest is definitely a strong card. Not too many creatures, I say. Meanwhile, I've picked 2 humans up to this point, and this one is a third. Another strong card for anyone here could be the Vampire Interloper. 2 mana, 2/1, flying is always good. Doesn't matter what abilities it has, as long as it can attack. Alright, so here's actually Victim of Night, which I just mentioned. And yeah, it's basically the opposite text of that on Slayer the Wicked. I should probably start trying to zoom in on these, right? But I think the card is solid, even though there aren't too many targets for it. That said, I think I'm actually going to take this Gatstaff Shepherd over it. There are a couple of reasons for this. 1, I think the card is a bit better. 2, I think green pairs really strongly with white, which is color, obviously, that we're hoping to play at this point. And the High Priest, while it is a potentially strong card, I don't think that black-white is a very strong color pair, so I think I'd rather try to be green-white here. But this could be wrong. I think there's a world where you could take the Victim. It does synergize nicely with the High Priest, as it does enable Morbid. Black cards in this pack are pretty weak, so it doesn't feel like I missed out on much there. But there's a Chapel Geist here, just a nice 3 mana 2/3 flyer, slightly above curve, so you love to see those. There's really almost nothing else in this pack. Spectral Flight is one of those cards that doesn't look particularly impressive, but it's probably much better than it looks. It's just one of the kind of meme enchantments that's going to be able to close out games sometimes. Alright, in this pack, let's see what we have. So Doomed Traveler, fine 1-drop in white. There's Lantern Spirit, which I think is pretty decent, 3-drop in blue. And then Geistcatcher's Rig. Not sure how I feel about that one. If your opponent doesn't have flyers, obviously it's not great. But if they do, I think it's actually really good. Probably the highest upside card in the pack. I don't love the Traveler. I think sometimes it can be good, especially if you have a lot of human synergy. And I think the Lantern Spirit is probably a little bit better than it. But since I'm not sure about playing blue, I'll just take this highest upside card here in the Geistcatcher's Rig. I think that's fine. Ooh, getting a little bit punished here for taking the Shepherd over the Victim of Night, as now we see a Village Cannibals, a card that I don't think is particularly good, but I would have had 1, 2, 3 plus humans. Well, I mean, if I count this one, then 4 in my black-white humans deck. That said, I still think Chapel Geist is probably just a stronger card, so I'm just going to snap that one up here. Fortunately, this ability is a May, so I don't have to shoot down my own Chapel Geists. That could get pretty awkward. But yeah, happy to pick up another one of those. This pack does not have a whole lot for me. Rage Thrower. One important thing to remember about this card is it says target player or planeswalker. It does not shoot creatures. I misremembered that when I was playing earlier today, so hopefully that's not going to impact things too strongly. Ashmouth Hound is going to be the card that I take here. It's just a solid 2-drop, 2 mana, 2/1. It's got the same text as Ornery Goblin, if you remember that one from, I think, Guilds of Ravnica. Shoots down 1 toughness creatures that it's in combat with. Just a solid card. So now we're seeing some late blue cards, particularly the Moon Heron. Stitcher's Apprentice is okay. This is also a late Rakish Heir, but the problem with that is right now I'm playing 0 vampires, even though I did just pick up a red card, so I think I'd actually rather take this Moon Heron. Red-white vampires is not really a deck. Geist Flame now, punishing me a little. There's also an Abbey Griffin, but I think I'd rather take the Moment of Heroism. Though it is a bit close, I think the Abbey Griffin is a fine card, but I think this Combat Trick is actively good. It's something I want to put in my deck. I feel similarly about the Geist Flame, but not sure that I am playing red. Obviously, we're only committed to white at this point, so. In this pack, I think I'm going to take a pretty easy Urgent Exorcism for the sideboard. We've got a couple spirits, and there are definitely some powerful ones in the set. So that's a card that I think you should take when you can for your sideboard. Naturalize is fine. Stencia Bloodhall, it's no Kessig Wolf run, right? Okay, in this pack we have a couple playable green cards, 1 Combat Trick, and 1 Spooter. I think I'd rather take the Spooter here, go with the Shepherd, than the Combat Trick, though that could be wrong. I don't think I'm particularly likely to play green just from that pickup. I don't like either of these cards. We'll take the Grimace, but hopefully not play it. And feel similarly about this. Yeah, so a little bit all over the place. Definitely playing white. Glad we picked up the Rig, just because it's not committal. And then, yeah, I mean, let's just see where the packs take us. There's a Dark Thicket Wolf in this pack, which is a lowly common, but it is a very strong common, potentially the best green common. Like I mentioned before, green is a good color pair for white. There's also Back from the Brink, which I think is a pretty good card, but it's also super slow. So I don't love that. Otherwise, Think Twice is fine. Sensory Deprivation is fine. Same with Traveler's Amulet. But yeah, nothing to write home about. Makeshift Mauler is a good creature too. Just nice 4 mana 4/5, assuming you have a creature in the graveyard. And unlike the Stitched Drake, it's not double colored, so it's a little easier to cast there. But yeah, I think I'm just going to start off with the Wolf here. Okay, so now I think we have a pretty easy Hamlet Captain. How many humans do I have? So the Shepherd is a human while it hasn't flipped. This one's a human, and I think we have 1 other human here too. Nice. Bitterheart Witch, I think you want at least 2 really good curses to play that card, so unfortunately you're almost never playing it. We're passing Villagers of Estwald in this pack, which I think is a pretty good card, but I think the Hamlet Captain is a little bit too good for the green-white deck for me to pass. Woodland Sleuth, I think, is fine. The problem with morbid cards, particularly morbid cards that have like sorcery speed or just can only be played on your turn, is it's not easy to guarantee having morbid, I've found. So they don't always work. Maybe with like a Selfless Cathar or something of that sort, that could be kind of nice. And this is a human too, so if we wheel this card, we might even think about playing it, even though I generally hate 1 mana 1/1s. Alright, in this pack, we've got some powerful commons. Another Dark Thicket Wolf, Villagers of Estwald, Orchard Spirit too. So I think we can officially move these Grixis cards to the sideboard. Sort by cost. Maybe not play this. Oh, we have a bunch of 2s. Okay. Does that mean I want to take Villagers over the Wolf? The Wolf is so good, though. I don't think I want to do that. What's more likely to wheel? I guess maybe I take the Wolf, and then there's a chance I wheel either Villagers or Orchard Spirit. I think I am going to take the Wolf, though. I think it's just way too strong. Just a premium 2-drop, and the Abyssinian Priest isn't a regular 2-drop in the sense that it's effectively removal. Though I guess it attacks as a 2/3 with the Hamlet Captain. Okay, in this pack, I've got a couple decent cards. One is the Rebuke, one is the Grizzled Outcasts. At this point, we only have one 5-drop. We're not super excited about it in the Somberwald Spider. As for the Rebuke, it's a little awkward because my deck leans aggressive, and putting a defensive card into your aggressive deck is not the end of the world in Limited, but it's definitely not my favorite thing to do either. I think I am going to take the Rebuke over the Outcasts, though. It's by a pretty close margin, but I think the fact that this kind of card is effectively more replaceable, and Rebuke can get me out of a bad spot where I'm behind is nice. Also, in my very low to the ground green-white aggro deck, there's a chance I don't want a 5-drop or a 6-drop, so that's another possibility. Okay, really strong card here in the Bonds of Faith. So 2 mana for a +2/+2 aura, that's not really what I'm all about, but 2 mana for a pacifism for non-humans, that's pretty good. So that's what we're going to look to be taking here. There's also an Elder Cathar. I think this card is better than it looks, especially in the human decks. 3 mana for a 2/2 that gives you 2 counters when it dies is solid. But yeah, it's just going to be an easy Bonds of Faith for me over that one. Okay, in this pack, looking at like Rally the Peasants, which is not amazing. Wooden Stake, meh. Demon Mail Hauberk, I thought this card was pretty bad, and I saw someone use it earlier today with a Doomed Traveler, and that was actually kind of sweet. So I think there is like some really fringe place for that card. Speaking of fringe, I think there's a pretty low chance that I play the Rally the Peasants, but I think it's the best card for me out of this pack, so let's take it, move it to the sideboard. In this pack, Vampire Interloper is here pretty late. I think the card is solid. Make a Wish, kind of like a weird divination. If you have a bunch of, like, I don't know, Brimstone Volleys in your deck, that can be pretty good. Sharpened Pitchfork gives things first strike, buffs your humans. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 humans. It's not amazing. We might actually take the Make a Wish over it. Giving first strike is strong for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Make a Wish over the Pitchfork, but I think it's also pretty close here. That could be a mistake. And now seeing this Make a Wish, it feels pretty bad. I'm going to take Cobbled Wings out of this pack. Probably not going to play it. We already have 2 flyers and a potential spider. But sometimes it can be good if you're playing against a deck with a lot of flying, though I think I'd rather have like a Geist Catcher's Rig if that's the case. We'll see. Okay. Caravan Vigil, not a particularly exciting card. Otherwise, we could take Inquisitor's Flail. This card is, again, pretty niche playable. I think it's really good if you have a lot of flyers, because if you're just able to double the output of your damage, then it's great. But if the damage is doubled to your creatures, it's not so great. But I'd rather take this Caravan Vigil in case we are able to pick up a card that we'd want to splash. Which definitely could happen. Now we're seeing a Woodland Sleuth. I think the card is fine. It's no Gravedigger, but Gravedigger at common would be absurd in this set. But it is a human, so that's good. Synergy with the Hamlet Captain, and worst comes to worst, we can put Bonds of Faith on it. Okay, we wield Villagers. That's what I'm talking about. Very few cards left in the pack, too. This really should not be happening. This card's quite good. And a Naturalize for the sideboard. Totally fine. And I think we'll take Spidery Grasp for the sideboard over Naturalize number 2. Wooden Stake for the sideboard now. I think this deck is fine. It's nothing amazing so far. I think we have 0 rares. There are a couple cards we're not looking to main deck, but for the most part, I think it's pretty aggressive, low to the ground, and that's a really nice card for me to open. Actually, 2 really nice cards here. So there's the Butcher's Cleaver, which is just super good if you're trying to race, say, like a Vampires deck. And there's Elder of Laurels, which I think is probably just a little too good. It's a little bit like the Dark Thicket Wolf, except it can target any of your creatures, and it usually is going to be giving a bigger bonus than +2/+2. Though it is 4 mana. Is that better than the Cleaver? I think it is, but Cleaver's super good, especially with humans in your deck. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Elder, but this card especially, again, when you have more humans than I do, I think is really strong. But, I mean, Elder of Laurels is a human, right? So maybe we'll just wheel this, and then, yeah, okay, it's not going to wheel. Voiceless Spirit, that's a good underrated card, too. 3 mana, 2/1 flying first strike. Okay, in this pack, probably just taking Dark Thicket Wolf number 3. Creeping Renaissance is a powerful card. It's a lot of the time like a 5 mana draw 3, but it's like draw 3 spells, which is pretty nice. But it is slow. We already have Make-A-Wish too, which I think is just probably more what we're looking for. So I think I'll take the Wolf. Passing a Ranger's Guile. Abattoir Ghoul is a good card. Also Curse of Stalked Prey, and that thing can get out of hand really fast. Let me hover over that one for you guys. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the Wolf here. Can't get too many wolves. Ooh, this is a really good white pack. So we have Fiend Hunter and Bonds of Faith. I do love me a Bonds of Faith, but no way I'm passing a Fiend Hunter when I'm in white. Also Thraben Sentry, which is okay. It's a little disappointing, but if you can flip it around, then it's pretty good. Moment of Heroism number 2 would be playable. Better than like a Spidery Grasp, I think. But yeah, Fiend Hunter, just a little too good for me to pass here. And an Abyssinian Priest now, just picking up humans all over the place. This deck is really starting to shape up. Passing a Kinder Catch, which, I think you can put it in your deck. Maybe it's better to start that than like a Geist Catcher's Rig. Trepanation Blade, blah blah blah. This card is a mill card. It's not very good. I would not recommend playing mill, especially in this set. If it's Throne of Eldraine or whatever, then go for it, but not in this set. Okay, so Rebuke number 2 or Voiceless Spirit number 1. I think I'm going to take the Voiceless Spirit. We already have a bunch of, well, a couple evasive 3-drops, but I think this card is really solid. And like I already mentioned, we have one Rebuke, and I don't think I want multiples, especially in my aggressive deck. Like, I think the card is still fine in multiples, but much rather have a threat of my own. Yeah. Okay, I think now we're going to take a Smite the Monstrous for the sideboard. I can check the number of creatures with power 4 or greater in this set, but I don't think it's going to be super high. And I think this kind of effect is a good sideboard card, really good at killing bombs. Okay, in this pack, there's not a ton going on here. Woodland Sleuth number 2 could be interesting. There's also a Ranger's Guile, which I think is pretty strong. It's actually pretty close between those. I would expect Ranger's Guile to go a bit later, but for 1 mana, it's a really strong effect. Counter a spot removal spell or win a combat that it doesn't look like you were going to win. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Ranger's Guile. My deck is super low to the ground, and if I can like double spell and blow out my opponents, I think that's going to be really good. But I think the Sleuth is still a good value card. Whoa, what the heck in Travel Prep is going on here? Huh. Okay, that's the latest Travel Prep I think I've ever seen. And yeah, I mean, that's like the namesake card of the deck. Extremely strong card. That's exactly what we wanted. Can't complain about that. I think we're going to take the Abbey Griffin over the Unruly Mob. Not a huge fan of this card. Guess we can start the Griffin in the main, but I don't love it. Ranger's Guile number 2. Small punish there for not picking up the Sleuth, but I think there's a world where we could want more than one. How is no one taking the Curse of the Stalked Prey? It's so good. Wow, Bonds of Faith wheeled. That should not happen. I'm going to have to pass a Moment of Heroism, but I think that's fine. Don't want too many combat tricks in my deck, and I would love all the removal I can get. Pitchburn Devils, to the sideboard you go. I guess we'll hate draft Traitorous Blood. Maybe that was wrong. If my opponent theoretically had a lot of enchantments, maybe the Paraceline or whatever could have been better, but yeah, I don't know. I already have a Naturalize and a Urgent Exorcism. They both hit enchantments. Well, I think this deck turned out super strong, which is really nice. I'm excited. cutting the first Ranger's Guile. Let's group things separately. I think we can cut Spider. I'm not sure if we want to main deck the Rig or not. It's a little bit awkward just because it's a 6-drop in our super aggressive deck. I'm actually going to check how many 4-power creatures there are for the Smite the Monstrous at common and uncommon. Alright, so it looks like there are only several targets at each rarity for the Smite the Monstrous. Maybe we take the Rally the Peasants. Or actually, why don't we try... Why don't we try Ranger's Guile number 2 over the Geistcatcher's Rig? Is that crazy? So I think this card is really good, but if your opponent doesn't have flyers, it doesn't really do anything. And I think I want to play 16 lands in this aggressive of a deck. And I think Ranger's Guile is solid. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. Got high hopes for this deck. Drafted some strong ones so far, but unfortunately no trophies yet. I should mention that I think I got up to 1946 rating when I was playing Masters Edition last week. But even though that's an all-time high, we've descended a little since. Here's my last deck. Pretty nice red-green. Got like 4 rares or something. Double Kessig Wolf Run. Alright. And we'll see you in round number 1. Oh no, we're playing my friend. Ah, it's not ideal. Should I keep this hand? So we have Make-A-Wish, Hamlet Captain, bunch of lands, and I don't know, it feels so greedy to mulligan. I'm going to keep this, but I could see this being wrong. I tend to keep hands unlimited, even if they do quite little, because I hate mulliganing. Alright. Opponent's on a white deck. Ooh, it's the Mirror. Interesting. There's a Travel Prep. Okay. I think we'll start things off with a Hamlet Captain. So these priests and actually the Bonds of Faith might not be very good if my opponent has a ton of humans. Interesting. So they tapped mana, or at least thought about it, and then passed. So to me this reads Rebuke, but I think that's okay. They're going to spend the Rebuke at some point. I could just not attack. Just put them on Rebuke and not attack. They could also have the 2-mana 2/1 Flash Death Touch. I think I'm going to make the attack, even though I do think they have Rebuke. Interesting. Yeah, they just let it happen. Okay. So now we get to go for an Elder of Laurels, and then next turn we can double spell, going Abyssinian Priest and Travel Prep, which seems pretty good to me. Wow, passing again. Interesting. Yeah, I'm really getting that Rebuke read, so I think we just attack with a 2/2, and then we double spell playing creatures. Not sure about that one. Okay, interesting. I really hope I'm not just missing points of damage by playing around this Rebuke, but it feels a lot like they have it. They could also have Divine Reckoning here, the rare. Basically blowing up 3 of my creatures, but I don't feel like playing around that one. Okay. There's a Bonds of Faith, and they're still holding up the thing. That's annoying. I think we get to Travel Prep plus Werewolf here. I think that's not unreasonable. So let's go for that. And I think we actually can just attack all now. diversified threats enough. We'll see if they have the rebuke. Wow, they're just taking it. All right. So he decided not to show it to me if he had it. Makes sense. Okay. So let's see if we have anything better than the Bonds of Faith or the Priest. I mean, they didn't show me any creatures, but just because they're green-white, I think we can assume that they probably have a bunch of humans. I think we're just going to run it back without seeing anything, but I think it would be reasonable to change some things up. Maybe try a rally. This hand is pretty bad. 5 forests, Hamlet Captain, and Moment of Heroism. I think we're going to ship this one back. The last hand, which was similar, had 2 colors of mana. And we go to 5, punished immediately. Okay. Couldn't play a single card. Okay, well, that to me does not suggest that they had Rebuke. Do we bottom the Bonds here? It's kind of crazy, but I think we actually do, just because it's not amazing in this matchup. Yeah, we'll see how this goes, though. Oops, let me type 6 in the chat instead of passing through my turn. Okay, still not playing anything. I think we're going to get greedy and try to punish them with the villagers. They continue not to play anything here. Okay, Midnight Haunting. That's a good card. Travel Prep of their own. Yikes. And Flashback. Okay. Some 3/3 flyers for sure. We get a land. Nice. So now we can Pacifism one of them and start the beats. Makes sense. Yikes. Werewolf down. That's bad for me. How do I want to play this? I think I just want to attack here. Actually, maybe... This is annoying. So I can eventually eat the spirit, but I need 4 mana to activate that. Yeah, I guess I just play the Elder here. Or no, I guess I play the Chapelgeist. Play land and just pass turn here. We're behind enough on life that I don't think we want to try to trade. Is this a May? Nice. So you're not blowing up your own stuff with this card. Oh, Travel Prep number 2? What? Their deck is insane. Leaving up green mana. Wonder if that means anything. So we can double block here. I think we probably have to. We at least, I mean, we're like almost 100% to lose this game. We at least learn if they have a Ranger's Guile from this, but it does feel pretty bad. Okay, they're not showing me one, which probably means they don't have one. Slayer of the Wicked, that one doesn't work. Yeah, no reason to show them that. Let's just replay the Elder. Not exactly replaying it, but yeah, now we go to 1, and then if they have the Ranger's Guile, we just lose. Okay, down to 1. Scavenger. Okay, and it's going to gain them 0 life, but doesn't matter here. Yeah, Wolf is not going to cut it. All right, so we can scoop this one up. And could think about the rig. They just showed me the Midnight Haunting, so that isn't a ton. I think we do want the Smite the Monstrous after seeing that, just because they can grow their creatures so much. Could take out like an Abbey Griffin. Slayer of the Wicked, I think, had 0 targets that game. Their deck is great, though. This is scary. Maybe Spider isn't unreasonable. It blocks a flyer at least. Maybe it's better than like Abbey Griffin. I still need to cut 1 card. Maybe now. I could cut a Make-A-Wish. I could cut like a Ranger's Guile. I think I'll try cutting Make-A-Wish. Let's run it back like this, I guess. Okay, let's play first. Easy keep. Good hand. Alright. Let's hope this goes a little more like game 1 than game 2 for us. Okay. Decent draw. Gonna need some lands at some point, though. Why did he say uh-oh? Just can't play a spell, I guess? Sure. I guess we'll leverage that with the Werewolf. Not really sure what could get me here for double white. I don't think there's anything. Okay, triple white. Sure, sorcery speed. So this doesn't flip. Makes sense. Just attack both. They're taking it. Hopefully no Slayer of the Wicked. That would be annoying. No. Okay, Bonds of Faith. Sure. Attack for 2, bold. And Elite Inquisitor. Sure, so my thing flips back. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it. Let's see. Protection from everything, that's annoying. So we could play probably just the Spider. I think I like attacking with both to turn this into a 4/6 and push 2 damage. I don't know if that's worth it or not. We're gonna go for it though. All right, big guy, go. Sure. They can kind of get me with a multi-block. I think I just attack, though. I think they're, like, chumping with a spirit or something. Yeah. Do I just kill this now? Might as well, I guess. Might be going for the he played around Rebuke once. Let's see if he plays it around it again line, which is not the worst. It's pretty annoying. If I could double pump the Dark Thicket Wolf, I think I'd be in a bit better shape here. Okay, so we have a nice pair of 4/6s now. and get a big attack, but I think there is probably a rebuke in my future. No? Okay, that's a pretty good exchange for me. They lose 4 life and a spirit. Nothing happens. This does have vigilance. Yeah, get me for 2. It's definitely putting up a fight, considering how far ahead we were. Let's see if he top decked the rebuke this turn. If not, he's literally dead. Yeah, I mean... Alright. Well, that was one way to do it. But this is an extremely good player, so under normal circumstances, not sure we could actually win this, but things worked out for us this time. Alright, I'm going to choose to play first. This hand is okay. Abyssinian Priest, we're going to play that one out on turn 3. Try to get in some early damage here. Ooh, Dark Thicket Wolf number 2. I think that makes me want to change my plan here. Okay. Sure. Opponent's on some kind of like spider spawning nonsense, I think. They're just taking it. Okay. Play the Priest, holding up the moment, and the Bonds. Not that the Bonds is an instant, but still. I think the opponent is in a world of hurt here. Okay. That is a card you can put in your deck. And so is that one. Sure. So now we get to tap this guy down, have some nice attacks here and here, and then play Chapelgeist. Lumberknot. Okay. I think I make the same play as last turn. Play a land, I guess. Do I want to tap this? I think they have 2 mana up here. Sure, let's tap this. Okay. Go for this. Looks like it's going to happen, so they double chump, but they mill me for, or they mill themselves for 2, and they grow their Lumberknot a little bit. I think I'm perfectly okay with everything that's going on, though. Might have a spider spawning for me in the near future. How many creatures in the graveyard? 3. Splinter Fright. Okay. That one we can put the Bonds of Faith on. Attacking for 3. Don't think I agree with that. I guess they could have Spidery Grasp here. Yeah, this reads like a Spidery Grasp to me. So I guess my play is Bonds of Faith here. Land. I think we can lock this one down. Really? Okay, well, I'm gonna try to pump my guy. No? Gain some life, sure. Wonder if they regret that attack at all. Not of the bone, right? Yeah, okay. So they since milled 2 more creatures. Yeah, this is gonna start to get annoying here. I think I just make same play, locking down this 1/4. Not sure what they do about this. I think they're gonna have to gnaw to the bone. Okay, pump this one. That's 6, so you better go for the gnaw. Okay, they did it. 16, doesn't matter. Now we play Dark Thicket Wolf number 3. We're in pretty good shape here. Just no spawning, that's what we need. Sure, that is a strong card, but just lock it down. Okay. Because that's what our plan will be. Actually, that doesn't make sense, does it? Because they can just... Yeah. Guess we're not locking that one down. So they can just pay 2 mana and put it back. So I guess we tap down this. And swing out. And with the Moment of Heroism plus a Wolf Pump, we might have lethal here. Seems unlikely, but it's possible. 0 cards in hand from them too. Alright, so we can think about some math here. So we can, this is 4 damage, we can deal 8 damage. Obviously that's not enough. Probably want to kill the Lumberknot. One thing we could do would be pump this and then play the Priest, which I think would be fine. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I think this is okay if we do that. We could spend the Moment of Heroism, but I think I value the Priest more than an extra wolf on the battlefield. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Opponent is quickly running out of cards. There's the spider spawning. Dang. But fortunately, spider spawning flashback is 7 mana, and Shimmering Grotto costs an extra, so they actually can't afford to do it right now. Okay, they just bounced a wolf. Maybe they bounce another here. Yeah. We almost still have lethal. Wow. Okay. We can put them to 1. Dang, that was not what I was hoping to draw. So, yeah, we can deal them 5 damage here between the pump spell and... Dang. Feels like we got a little bit unlucky. But we're not dead yet. They can make a bunch of spiders, but doesn't mean we die. So how much mana do I have? I have enough mana to tap 1 creature if I want to do that. Let's see this, actually. I can just play this now. Not worth pushing damage that can't kill them, so I can just play this. I think it's more impactful to just attack for 2. But we'll see. So now they have to hit a land in order to play the spider spawning. Okay, tap this. They did hit the land, so spider spawning incoming. Sure. Any creature is going to be a lethal threat. So I can tap 2 of their creatures if I want. How do I want to do this? I think I attack. Part of me wants to... They have 11, 12 blockers. So I just have to attack with everything. And then I guess the Woodland Sleuth is the best value play. I don't really like the idea of trading all my guys for 1 spider, though. That seems pretty bad. I could just try to make them deck. Maybe that's bad. Let me see here. Do they have anything that will prevent them from decking? Yeah, I feel like if I attack, I just lose. So maybe I can do this. Then I have 1 tap available, so I can lock down this. Well, I mean, this isn't doing anything anyway against the Voiceless Spirit, but now I have Moment of Heroism up. I think I'm not supposed to attack here. Yeah, they're almost dead. Like, they die the turn after this one. Might as well do this. Yep, forced attack. Block. Block. And okay, they just had enough. Nice. Okay, well, somehow we won that game. Wish I had some graveyard hate. Let's see. They had the Mirror Mad Phantasm. I don't think this does anything. I guess it kills the Phantasm. That's like it. Maybe Rally the Peasants is good. I'm just trying to be super aggressive here. It might be better than Ranger's Guile. Don't love Smite the Monstrous. It can be good against some stuff, I guess. And then, yeah, I guess we're just running it back. Sure. Okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ship this hand back. And this one. And we'll hang on to this one. Throw away some 4-drops, I think. Actually, maybe we throw away the Rally. Yeah. Not a great hand. Fast start from them, too. Oh, that was a good draw. Now if we can draw Plains... Mulch, okay, then hit me for 1. Mulch should do about nothing. Fortunately, that one is not a Plains. Still have 1 more draw step to play the Chapel Geist on curve. Another Mulch. Okay, opponent is digging deep. Wow. Many Mulches. Not sure that's the plural, but that's what I'm going to call it. Wreath of Geists. Okay. Easy pass for me here. This flips into a 3/3. I have Rebuke and the Ranger's Guile to eat their guy, so also missing land drops. Actually, maybe I messed that up. Maybe I'm just supposed to hit them for 2 and then Rebuke this if it attacks. Interesting. Okay. Well, now I think I play the Abbey Griffin, but unfortunately then I don't have Ranger's Guile up. So actually maybe I... They can grow this hugely, though. Yeah, maybe I messed up by not attacking. I guess I'm supposed to just hit them for 3 and play this. Yeah, nice 5/5 for them there. That's pretty big. And mirror mat it into an 8/8. Sure, that's bad for me. Pretty easy attack with both here, though. Now we have Ranger's Guile and the Rebuke available. They're going to not trade. Yeah. Okay. We're passing. Pretty suspicious. They might figure out what's going on here. I think I would like to Ranger's Guile that one. And let's try to Rebuke this. Important to do that before blocks, just in case. Okay, that works. Nice. This happens. Yeah, we somehow cast 2 spells on their turn. That's a good one. Now we attack with the Griffin. They probably do the thing where they block and then... No? Okay, I was expecting a block and then mill, but I guess not. Now we go for this so we don't get wrecked by the Silent Departure. And now the Abyssinian Priest. And it looks like this thing is going to transform after our next turn unless we top deck a spell. Actually, no. They have the Silent Departure, so if they bounce one of our guys, we're going to be replaying something here. Stitched Drake. Alright. Plains. Yeah, we don't have any attacks here, so we're just going to lock down the Drake with the Priest. Transform our Gatstaff guy. Yeah, missing that 2 damage earlier might actually cost me in a pretty big way here. No thank you. Not sure what's going on here, but try to make this trade. Okay, that was confusing. Now they go for a big spider spawning. Silent Departure flashback, you got it. And Knot of the Bone to transform my Howler. Okay. Annoying, for sure. They're up to 1,000,000 life, too. We're passing here. They hit the swamp. Tap down the Drake. Knot of the Bone. Okay. I suppose we just cash this in. Probably can figure out we have a trick here, but I'm okay with that. They're up to 42 life. I think we're winning this by decking them. So, or we're going to try. Maybe not, because they have so many cards left. Yeah, I kind of need the spider spawning to be like one of their last cards here. There it is. Make 9. Yikes. How does this work? So I want to attack this into them and see if they block. Yeah, it's pretty greedy, but I think we need to take a greedy line to have a chance here, so let's just do it. If they're smart, they'll just take the damage. Nice, we got him. They're at 40 life. Why could I, like, what could I possibly gain from doing this other than, like, turning on Morbid? So we kill one spider, and we get our guy back. Hopefully the same guy, but we'll see. Nice, we got the same guy. Remember, that is a random ability, so it's not like I'm choosing. And now we hope we don't die. Tap down one of their creatures, lock down their others. We take 5. Flash it back, sure. Pretty sure we're just dead, but if they attack all here, 8 plus 9, that's a lot. Yeah, okay, we're dead. I mean, we'll make them do it, but where's my wrath, right? Sure. If they attack for 17 with spiders, I'm conceding. Actually, let's give them a chance to do that first. Nice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't have a fog in my deck, unfortunately. Do I have any way to beat that? Still don't think I do. Exorcism, smite, no. Caravan Vigil. Maybe the smite is good enough just for the 5/1 flyer, but I don't think it is. Actually, no. They showed me a few other targets too. They showed me the Splinter Ghast, I don't know what it's actually called, and the Wreath of Geists. So I think it is actually good enough. What do I want to take out? Let's take out the Rally. Alright, let's run this back. Let's actually beat the spider spawning deck. Okay, play first. This hand. We are missing white mana, but it's super good if we draw white mana. I'm going to keep, because I am a greedy Gretchen. Also, I just think it would be pretty silly to mulligan this. We have 8 planes in the deck. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, dealer. Okay, just a pike from them. I'm going to play Elder of Laurels here. Attack for 2. Occultist. That's annoying. Yeah. What do we do here? Part of me wants to attack with both, but I think I'm just supposed to double spell. Alright, a couple spells in the graveyard for the pike. Worm, okay. Sure. I think I just tap this and attack. Not positive about that. Oh, I messed up. Hamlet Captain does not pump itself. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, they can read and I can't. That's embarrassing. Well, should have left the Elder of Laurels up, I guess. Still got in a nice hit with it, but that was unfortunate. Alright, Festerhide Boar from them. Still no targets for the Slayer. I think now we're going to... Let's see. We can Bonds the Worm. Yeah, this is annoying. I guess we just have to start tapping stuff. another boar. Okay, can still tap that one down. Let's tap this first one now. Now we can tap the second one. And we're going to use our Elder of Laurels this time. I guess we do that, keep our guy alive. Otherwise, we could hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a lot, but let's just keep this guy alive. Now it transforms too. Don't know what they're... Oh, okay. Scab Goliath, sure, that's big, but it's a great target for Slayer of the Wicked, so happy about that. Dang, I was hoping they would attack there. Unfortunately not. Can blow up the Scab Goliath. Now let's attack with the Howler. It's going to trade for one of the boars. Yeah, double blocking is smart. Now I get to tap down their boar. And then we get to make another big attack here. Hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, 5 lands for them. They really need like a spider spawning effect or similar. I mean, there really isn't similar for them. Okay, they do have it. They make only a few measly guys. Tap down their thing. And now what? I think we probably tap down another one. Attack with everybody. I think this is fine. Actually, no, they barely have any. Yeah. I guess, no, might as well tap down one more. So they probably go for a double block on the Slayer. We'll see. Yep, makes sense. We do not have lethal, correct? Doesn't seem like it. I don't think so. 5 life. Now we can Chapelgeist. Maybe putting them to 1 was good. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Equip, sure. Nice 5/1 first strike. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe another exiling things from the graveyard card. Yep. Attacking seems a little too aggressive. Do have 3 lethal threats. That seems like a good draw. I think I tap down this. Just attack in the air. See if they triple block or not. If I attack with everything, yeah, no, they can just chomp and eat one of my guys, so that doesn't work. Pretty fine with this, yeah. Now we have that Ranger's Guile up. Opponent is going to be in trouble here. Might be close to an attack all at this point. From us, not from them. I think they die if they do that. See if they have their Knot of the Bone or not. Doesn't look like it. It's not exiled either. I think we go for the Ranger's Guile play here. One card in hand from them too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but we might as well try to get the Guile out of their hand. Or I'm sorry, get the 3/3 off the board. I guess they're just flashing back, spawning. Sure. Okay. Well, that's, I guess, the one we're going to tap. Let me think about this. So they have to chump everything, I think. Let's see what we can get with Make-A-Wish. Nothing great. This is annoying. I think maybe we leave the Chapelgeist back. We could play the Make-A-Wish. Doesn't seem bad. Then this doesn't transform. I don't know if that matters or not. I think we're just going to do it. Do we care about what colors? I don't think we care. Okay. I think we want to just tap this flyer over playing these guys. Maybe that's wrong. I'm not actually sure what I should do here. Equip there. Okay. Tap you. I think we take it. Can't think of a good reason to throw my creatures away here. Re-equip. Rebuke. That's pretty good. So I think we can, let's see. I want to use all of my mana, so I think I tap this. And then all of my creatures are lethal threats because of the Elder. So I think this is good. It seems right to me. So we get these off the battlefield. Now we go for a Gatstaff Shepherd holding up the Rebuke. I guess I should have played the Hamlet Captain. Does it matter? Yeah, I mean, this thing isn't flipping, so buffing my humans. That was actually a mistake, but I don't think that one's going to cost us too much. So they're going to try to go for lethal. Unless they have a counter spell, or if they have like a Ranger's Guile of their own, then I lose, but otherwise I think they die now. Yeah, okay, so that worked, and now I think they're dead. One card in hand, they're playing it. It's the Phantasm. Yeah, that looks like dead to me. They can filter blue mana with the Grotto. 0 cards in hand, right? So the only thing that could get us would be Gnaw to the Bone, but they don't have mana to do this and that, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, they're 1 short. Nice. So yeah, they're just dead with 5 lethal threats to their 4 blockers. All right. And gotcha. Good game. Sure, they do the thing. Nothing to worry about there. Okay. All right, back with round number 3. 2-0 so far. Gonna keep this hand. Not amazing, but good enough. Opponent seems to be mulliganing, I believe. Yep, mull to 6. Drawing land is pretty unfortunate, but still a good start from us here. Red, white. Okay. Easy attack. And we get to play the villagers. Brimstone Volley, sure. Okay, Shepherd now for us. Could go for the Ranger's Guile, but they have 4 open mana, and I think it's going to do bigger and better things later, so yeah, just passing now. Mine gets to flip, and I imagine they have a Rebuke here, and we get to blow them out with the Guile. Maybe we'll even draw a nice spell to play here, too. That was a good spell. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So we can go Travel Prep here, here. Unfortunately, the Howler's going to flip back as we do this, but I think this is just completely worth it. Rebuke here. And they don't have it. Okay. Take 9, I guess. Alright, I guess they had enough. Moving on to game number 2. Hopefully that one's going to be similarly easy after that last match. That one took forever. Red, white aggro. Anything I want to change in the sideboard? I don't think so. So let's just run it back. Alright, so this hand is pretty good, except for that random double white card. Not sure what that's doing in our mono green deck, but we'll figure it out. And there's another forest. Oh, shouldn't have said that mono green deck thing. I jinxed myself. Fox again. Okay. See your fox, and I'll raise you a wolf. I'm going to try not to make this trade because we have the 2-3 coming down next turn. But we'll see how this goes. Elder Cathar, interesting. Think I'm willing to make this attack. You don't want to sack this for costing my mana, right? Actually be pretty good for them if they did. Playing this one because we care less if it dies. And if by any chance they don't play a spell here. Nope. Okay, that's annoying. But again, we do care less if it dies, so not the end of the world. Plains is interesting. We could double spell, but I think I want to play the Elder more than anything else. I think at this point we're actually holding back the Wolf. Don't want to take too much damage if they keep having removal. Sure. So somewhat rewarded for doing this. They, yeah, presumably choose that, and they do. Now I think we're going to trade the wolf for the fox. Not an amazing trade for us, but You gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta keep my life total high. Fiend Hunter, that looks pretty uncastable. Play the Wolf, play the Priest, pass the turn. Gonna try to trade the 3/2 for the 2/2. Also gonna try to draw planes. That would be pretty nice. We do have 7 in the deck. Not a ton. Another Crossway Vampire. Wonder what they choose. Probably Elder. But I would actually choose the Wolf because that's the one that I'm trying to trade. Yeah, okay. They make the intuitive choice that I happen not to agree with. Plains is great. Now we can play Chapelgeist. I guess we could have attacked with this, with the pump ability up. That was a mistake. No, actually, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but probably should have done that differently. Weird. Okay, we'll block with this one. You have a +2/+2 for me? Yep. You got it. Just run you out of cards. Oh, that is bad for me. Dang. Did not want that to happen. Okay, Voiceless Spirit. Super good. Just going to pass here, though. Start tapping down their guys. Eventually we can play the Fiend Hunter. Just realized we can't tap the Cathar. Obviously it's a human. No attacks, sure. Priest number 2. Maybe it'll do something. Get in for a point of damage here or there. Just sandbagging the Fiend Hunter for now. Still feels like we're actually ahead in this game, despite being down 12 life. Bonds of Faith. Interesting. Yeah, I guess we're not attacking with these. Not yet. Could just pass. Could Bonds up a Priest. That seems rather bad. If I wanted, I could attack for 2 and then Fiend Hunter exile this. But I think I'll play it a little slower than that. What do you have for me? Sure. That's going to flip into a werewolf, and then I'm going to be able to tap it down, funnily enough. Not that a 1/1 is problematic on this board, but kind of funny. Pretty exciting stuff we have here. That's a good draw. So eventually it's going to turn into a 3/3 and we're going to be able to start hitting them for damage. See if they have a spell to prevent this from flipping. Oh, they do. Unfortunate. Chapelgeist. Okay. That is annoying. What do we do here? I mean, we start tapping down these two, because the 3/2 can't attack into the 2/1 first strike anyway. I guess we just play land and pass. This flips into a 3/3. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to keep being conservative here with the removal. And 3/3 Intimidate is actually unblockable. Forgot about that. So they could have like a Rally the Peasants. That would be annoying in their deck. Kessig Wolf, that's a good one. One card in hand for them. Yeah, we might go for the Fiend Hunter here. The main card that I can think of that punishes us if we do would be like a Micaeus. So I guess let's just attack. Attack for 3. Nice. And then now I think we go for a Bonds of Faith on this one, because the other one can flip into a human and then we're in trouble, but this one cannot. They keep top decking spells. 2/2 Intimidate. Okay, not too bad against the Voiceless Spirit. Hammy Captain. Alright, now we're talking again. Can't actually attack, but it's a blocker, I guess. Prevents us from dying. Traveler's Amulet, that's basically land. They do get to use it to thin their deck, but otherwise, meh. Slayer the Wicked. Yeah, I guess that one blows up this guy. It's not bad. Now, attack with this. Getting close to a point where the Hamlet Captain might actually be able to attack. Don't want to get too crazy, but Blazing Torch. That is annoying. I'll give you that. See how they equip here. So they're just shooting down the Voiceless Spirit, I assume. Yep, makes sense. So tap the flyer. Tap you. And I think we're actually still in good shape, especially if they go for attacking with both, because the Hamlet Captain lets the Slayer survive here. See if they go for it. Nope. Okay. Chapel Geist of my own. That's another good draw. Yeah. Let's just keep playing this slowly. No reason not to. Except for like Devil's Play, but that's not a card that we need to worry about. Okay. Sure, that card is not very good. I think we're just in complete control of this game. Tap down this one. And they pass. Okay, make a wish. Not sure what that does, but just play it, see what happens. Actually, let's attack first. I think that's slightly better. Just in case they kill one of my attackers before damage happens. They're on a 2-turn clock here. Okay. I think we go for Chapelgeist number 2. Unfortunately, that's going to flip this back, but I'm not too worried. Means this one is not flipping at least. Unruly Mob. Well, I guess that prevents my thing from flipping. Tap the flyer. Tap this one. They just have to be super dead here. Attack, sure. Probably have some insane block like this, where we eat 2 of their creatures. They do have Unruly Mob, but it doesn't matter. Rally the Peasants? Yep. Good thing we blocked, right? Okay, you have a big mob, and I think you are dead. Also, 0 cards in hand, and with this Fiend Hunter, let's just seal the deal. Alright. That was the longest anyone has ever sandbagged a Fiend Hunter, but turn 18, and it's time to turn our creatures sideways. And we finally did it. 2 really good decks before, but eventually we got that trophy. That's what it's all about. And we got it while recording, so that's great. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. I think this one went pretty well, and make sure to come back soon. I will be recording more content when I can. See you then.